Hi, thanks for joining me. Today, let's talk about what to do when you can't sleep. I figured out the best thing for me is to sleep from 10 p.m. until 6 p.m., but that doesn't always work. So I want to talk about two different tricks that I use. One trick is something that helps me go to bed and stay in bed, even if it takes me 30 minutes to start dozing off. Instead of running out of patience and getting up and not going to sleep, even if it takes me 30 minutes to start dozing off, I'll be able to stay in bed. There's a trick that I use for that. Number two is a trick I use when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm just too uncomfortable to stay in bed. My body aches or too hot or whatever. Okay, so two tricks for these two different things. So number one, what helps me go to bed, let's say at 10 o'clock p.m., when I know I should go to bed, even if I don't feel tired, how do I get myself to go to bed? Trick number one is two parts. There's the Audible app by Amazon.com, and then there's the sleep sound apps that play pleasant sounds that help you drift off to sleep. So I use both of them. I use Audible until I start feeling a little bit drowsy. Once I start feeling a little bit drowsy, and that may take 20 minutes or so, once I start feeling a little bit drowsy, then I'll switch over to the Sleep Sound app. Now, the Audible app by Amazon, you can get probably, I don't know how many, there are probably millions of novels and other things available, audiobooks of all sorts available, which you can purchase. And listening to that while in bed, it gives your brain something to focus on, so that you're not just thinking about the fact that you're in bed and you're not tired. If it's a novel, the benefit of a novel versus, let's say, a self-help book or something, a novel is more easy listening. It's also more motivating to get you into bed because you're enjoying the novel more than you would probably be enjoying a self-help. Self-help books are great, don't get me wrong, but they, when you're trying to motivate yourself to go to bed, you want to give yourself a little reward. So a novel helps more, I find, anyways. Now, novels are just easier to listen to. And then you listen to that for as long as it takes to start feeling a little bit drowsy. Now, usually I'll start feeling a little bit drowsy within 20 minutes. When that happens, I'll switch off the Audible app. I'll turn on one of the sleep sound apps that are available, and I'll play a sound that I'm in the mood of, that I want to doze off to. Makes me feel all cozy and sleepy and pleasant. And then at that point I'm already drowsy and I'm already pleasantly falling asleep. So Audible app with a novel to get to that drowsy point without feeling like I'm stuck in bed, I don't want to be in bed. No, it motivates you to go to bed. And once you start feeling drowsy, switch over to the Sleep Sound app. Okay, that's number one. That's what helps me go to bed and stay in bed, even if it takes me up to 30 minutes to start dozing off. Number two is, what do I do when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm too uncomfortable in bed? Well, sometimes I'm not that uncomfortable in bed. I just not wake up and I'm feeling a little hot or I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Sometimes the Audible app will help again. So if I'm feeling that may be the case, I'll switch right back to the Audible app. If that's not working after a while, or if I feel really uncomfortable, I will get up and I will get out of bed for 30 minutes. Now, you want to keep track of the time there. You may want to use a stopwatch or a timer. But as soon as 30 minutes are up, that, for me, that gives my body enough time to feel, to get rid of the discomfort of having been in bed for a few hours. Even if I'm just sitting in an office chair in my home office and I'm working, even if I'm on the computer, that, for me, that's okay. I know there's all this talk about, if you're up in the middle of the night, don't turn on the computer or the TV or whatever. But for me, this works. As long as I'm out of bed, I'm out of the laying down position. Even if I'm sitting in an office chair, 30 minutes is enough time to get rid of that heavy discomfort and to go back to bed. Again, when I'm going back to bed, if I'm not feeling tired, I'll go back into the Audible app, maybe back into the Sleep Sound app. But what's most important is to have a stopwatch or a timer or watch the clock. Don't stay up more than 30 minutes, because 30 minutes is all it takes. For me, anyhow, 30 minutes is all it takes to get rid of the discomfort. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm feeling hot or my body's uncomfortable, maybe a little achy, I'll get up for 30 minutes. During those 30 minutes, I can turn on the computer. I can do work. I can do productive things. But I gotta watch the clock. 30 minutes, back to bed. I could use Audible again. I could use my Sleep Sound apps again. So that's trick number 2, is when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm too uncomfortable in bed, get up for 30 minutes. Okay? So just to recap what these 2 tricks do for me. Number 1, I can go to bed at 10 o'clock p.m. even though I don't feel tired. The Audible trick will help me fall asleep within 30 minutes. Number 2, even if I wake up uncomfortable 2 times during the night, I will be up for a total of 60 minutes out of bed. I will wake up around 7 p.m., having been in bed about 8 hours. Not bad. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this stuff, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. I hope to see you again real soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.